Just who will go through the maze in couples has yet to be agreed. Mr. Everett has asked the chaperones to settle the competing claims of head and heart and help resolve the final partnerships. They will interview each of the men.
Right, let's give him hell, girls.
Absolutely.
Afternoon, ladies.
First up, the most eligible man in the house, Mr. Gorrell Barnes.
Is there a lady in the house who you like more than the others?
Yes. One of the maids.
Right, which maid is it, sir?
Forgive us, but we have collected the impression that you and the Countess were on warmly affectionate terms.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Perhaps. Sitting on the fence.
Cool.
What's perhaps?
Oh, whatever you'd like it to mean.
1, 2, 3. Now, what am I doing with this? I'm going to this one, and then up to that corner.
Time for Mr. Carrington to unleash his charm offensive.
Why, hello, ladies. Good morning, sir.
Miss Carrington, is there anybody here that you are particularly fond of or have a preference for?
Yeah, there is very much somebody I'm specifically very close to and feel an enormous attachment to, and that's Miss Hopkins.
As Miss Hopkins' chaperone, it's Lady Devonport's job to keep impoverished playboys at arm's length. But having experienced the pitfalls of Regency propriety herself, she's in two minds.
And as you know, I support your interest in her completely. So next, no.
Why do you propose to support Miss Hopkins?
With my massive amounts of charm and talent, no money.
I'm so modest.
As the chaperones debate the charms of Mr. Carrington, Mr. Everett soldiers on with his maze, helped by old friend Miss Braund.
Big one.
Yes.
And then this one here
Goes
is
to there.
there.
So what's this random one here, then?
When Mr. Everett comes in, I know that he's going to
Yeah, I agree.
say he likes Miss Hopkins. But in fact, either of them are perfectly wonderful.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, morning. Thank you so much.
The first question is there a particular lady here that you like?
I like Miss Hopkins, and I like them all.
But you feel the warmest affection for Miss Hopkins.
Yeah. She's a nice girl, we get on.
But I think you need to tell us how much that matters to you.
It's mattered a great deal. And so when we we sort of had a bit of a frosty period, it was quite it's quite painful, really. But we've managed to sort of find our friendship again, and that's been wonderful.
Yes. Would you be able to keep your friendship with her if she was with someone else, do you think?
I would think so, yeah. There's no reason why not. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to hold grudges or anything. You know, she's a cracking lass, you know, and if she was somewhere else, then, you know, then I'd go, hey-ho, and just carry on being friends.
I still fancy her, and the other day at dinner, she was sort of sitting there. She kind of gave me a wink across the table. My heart leapt into my mouth. It was like, oh, that sort of felt like a giddy school kid again.
Sad.
Or have him washed and sent round to my tent. He's absolutely sweet, isn't he?
I just feel really sorry for him.
Yeah.
He's such a lovely bloke.
Yeah.
And he can't have Miss Hopkins, can he?
Do come and join us.
Thank you.
Sit in the electric chair. I think what we're trying to find out here, from everybody, not just you, is there somebody here that you really would like us to, if we possibly can, to sort of push in your direction?
Well, yes. Yourself.
Oh, it's so sweet, but what can we do?
It's not practical.
Then it seems that the conversation's really over.
No, what can we
As
do?
I would like to get out of here with my integrity, there's very little else to say.
Are there any of the girls that you think would make your life bearable?
I wouldn't consider that because I wouldn't do a second best. All of the ladies here are very attractive in their own right. There's nothing wrong with any of them.
We can't do anything.
Okay,
And
then.
I don't think that would help you, but we can
Then,
jump over the...
then I'll continue
run
my
away.
search for somebody who I can get married to and have children. In the meantime, I'll continue my bachelor monk-like existence.
I want to give you this. It was my grandmother's, and she was very happily married. And she gave it to me when 40 times. I'd like you to give it to whoever you meet. They're a very lucky person, whoever they are. Well, I wish it could be me, but it isn't. So I want you to have that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't know what to say.
It's anything. Just keep it safe, and you will use it.
Okay. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
A very honourable man.
Very.
Next.
It's her grandmother's wedding ring and was worn by her for a great number of years while she was happily married. So there's a huge amount of sentiment in this ring. I think it must be the most precious thing I own. So there she goes. Right, Lady D? We're very, very passionate friends, and there has been a sexual tension between us. Practically, we can't go to the next step. And so what we've done is we've sort of sacrificed all of that for each other's long-term happiness. It would otherwise be a May to September doomed to failure relationship.
Final preparations for the servants' dinner are underway. The gentlemen are catching on fast.
So if you do get to serve the soup, you have to be quite careful about how much to offer the guests because it can run out. So if it looks like everybody wants some of the soup, then it's usually just a ladle and a bit.
Like a swan, Everett. Like a swan. Eat your soup.
Upstairs, the ladies are dressing their maids for dinner.
When serving drinks, is it to the right or the left shoulder?
Drinks are to the left, food's to the right.
No, failed. Drinks to the right.
But I wanted to give you a tiara.
Don't know if that's quite allowed.
Who's going to have giggles first? Oh, Everett.
That's fine. You're very symmetrical at the moment.
Tonight's soup is asparagus soup. Zachary. Seem to have miscalculated somewhat. Is there any more soup?
No, sir.
Ah. Afraid cook didn't make enough soup.
Tonight was quite strange, but almost seeing them as like normal people. We've almost looked up at them, and I found it almost quite unbearable and uncomfortable to be served by them, and I mean constantly I felt myself like wanting to help them.
Yeah, terribly sorry, Mr. Mason.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Perhaps a glass of wine, Mr. Mason.
That will relieve you.
Red or white?
That was delicious soup.
So a footman's role is to look impressive and elegant whenever he's on or off duty, sir, and I think you should stand up as straight as possible. Sir. Much better, sir.